بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So my respected elders, brothers and sisters, Surah Al-Kahfi, as we know, consists of 4 stories. Firstly, the story of the man, the group of men, the cave. The second story is the story of the man with the 2 guidance. And the third story is what we are going to start today, inshallah. That is the story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam. And the fourth story is the story of Zulqarnain. So inshallah, in the third story, regarding the journey of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam, we'll see lots of wisdom and gems that we can relate to our lives today, inshallah. So among the biggest wisdom that Allah Ta'ala is teaching us is the story when Musa alayhi salam found new knowledge. So how did Musa alayhi salam react? Musa alayhi salam humbled himself to it. Prophet Musa alayhi salam was a prophet. Firstly, he was a prophet. Secondly, a prophet that was able to communicate with Allah Ta'ala directly. Thirdly, he was a prophet that was among the Ulul Azmi, among the elites compared to other prophets. But my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, when he found new knowledge, he wasn't mutakabbir, he wasn't arrogant. He humbled himself to the truth and he was willing to accept knowledge from somebody else. So my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, this story of Prophet Musa and Khidr alayhi salam, it deals with the fitna, the trials of knowledge. Why, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters? Because, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, because knowledge is a blessing if it is acted upon, but it becomes a curse if it leads to arrogance. Knowledge is a blessing if it enters the heart, but if knowledge remains in the head and doesn't get to the heart, then na'udhu billah, then knowledge will become a curse. So now, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, Allah Ta'ala starts the story with وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِفَتَاهُ, when Musa alayhi salam said to his companion, لَا أَبْرَحُ, I will continue traveling, I will not stop, I will keep on going and going حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين, until I meet the merging of the 2 seas, the point where the water meets, that is where I will stop. أو أمضي حقبا, or I will spend a long period of time finding for the place. Okay, before I move forward into the story, some of us might wonder, where is Nabi Musa alayhi salam going? Why the travel? My dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, the hadith reported by Imam al-Bukhari and Imam Muslim, that was written about a page and a half, a very long hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained in detail what the story was about. And this shows us that we are not supposed to interpret the Quran without going back to the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We will not know the details of the stories in the Quran if you don't go back and see what details our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had given us. So in this hadith, in the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, it was said that once Prophet Musa alayhi salam stood up to give a sermon, then one of the Bani Israel asked him, he asked a strange question, O Musa, who is the most knowledgeable human on earth? Prophet Musa alayhi salam didn't give too much thought and assumed that he himself was the most knowledgeable person. So he claimed that he was the most knowledgeable. And my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, firstly, Prophet Musa alayhi salam had every right to assume this because Allah Ta'ala had chosen Musa alayhi salam like no one else. And also Allah Ta'ala spoke to Musa alayhi salam directly. And so many other honors that Allah Ta'ala had given to Prophet Musa alayhi salam. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam had the right to assume that he was the knowledgeable one. But then, immediately, Jibril alayhi salam came down, and the issue was stated in Sahih Bukhari. Immediately, Jibril alayhi salam descended and atabahu. Jibril alayhi salam reprimanded Musa alayhi salam. How could you speak like this? How could you speak without knowledge? And subhanallah, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, notice here, Musa alayhi salam made a very rational but logical assumption, claiming himself to be the most knowledgeable one. But, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, this assumption was not based on any evidence. Musa alayhi salam just assumed. So Allah Ta'ala is telling us, is teaching us that we cannot assume when it comes to the religion of Allah Ta'ala. We can't just imagine things without sound evidence when it comes to the religion of Allah Ta'ala. And so immediately, Jibril alayhi salam came down and reprimanded Prophet Musa alayhi salam. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam asked, who was more knowledgeable than him? And then Allah Ta'ala told him about the عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا آتَيْنَاهُ رَحْمَةً مِّنْ عِنْدِنَا وَعَلَّمْنَاهُ مِنْ لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. There is a servant that we, yani Allah Ta'ala, had taught him and that which Musa alayhi salam didn't know about him. Inshallah, we'll come to this verse as we walk through the surah of Al-Kahf, inshallah. So Musa alayhi salam immediately asked Allah Ta'ala for permission to meet this person and learn from him. And then Allah Ta'ala told Musa alayhi salam to go take a fish and go to this place. And when they reach that place, when the two rivers meet and the fish disappears, that is when Musa alayhi salam will meet that person. And so Musa alayhi salam, together with his young companion, who is Yusha ibn Nun, set off on a journey. And by the way, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, Yusha ibn Nun he was to be the next prophet after the death of Musa alayhi salam. Yusha ibn Nun will be in charge of Bani Israel. His story can also be found in Sahih Bukhari, where he opened the land of Palestine and was also recorded in the Quran. Allah Ta'ala says, Ya qawmi dukhulu al-arda muqaddasata allati kataba Allahu lakum. Yusha ibn Nun said to his qawm. Yusha ibn Nun was also the prophet whom Allah Ta'ala paused the sun for him. There is a hadith in Sahih Bukhari that it was stated that the war was on a Friday night. The war to win over Palestine happened on a Friday night. And if the sun sets, it will be a Saturday. And they are not, the Bani Israel are not allowed to do anything on Saturday. So Yusha ibn Nun made a dua to Allah Ta'ala to pause the sun so that they could finish the battle and win over the Holy Land. And Allah Ta'ala, for the one and only time, as far as I know, the one and only time Allah Ta'ala paused the sun. And Yusha ibn Nun, together with his army, were able to win over the Holy Land. MashaAllah. So this is Yusha ibn Nun. So in the story of Surah Al-Kahf, he was still a young teenager, still under the training of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. So okay, back to the verse number 60 of Surah Al-Kahf. Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, لا أبره حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين أو أمضي حقوبة. I will continue and not stop until I find where these two rivers meet. أو أمضي حقوبة. Or I will spend an eternity doing so. My dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, this shows us the eagerness of Prophet Musa alayhi salam for knowledge. And here, it also shows us that even though there is already a teacher-student relationship between Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Yusha ibn Nun, but Musa alayhi salam, even though being a teacher, still finds another teacher for himself. This is like usually we hear in Singapore when people say lifelong learning, right? So my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, this is how been said in the Quran also. Allah Ta'ala says in Surah Yusuf, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. And for every knowledgeable person, there's one more above that is more knowledgeable than him. Musa alayhi salam, even though being one of the 5 ulul azm, instantaneously humbles himself to the extent of traveling to seek the teacher. Imam al-Bukhari rahmatullahi said that the first human who ever traveled for the sake of knowledge was Musa alayhi salam. He traveled just for the sake of knowledge. Even though he was among the elites of the prophets, yet still, immediately Musa alayhi salam humbled himself to gain knowledge. He left his qawm for the sake of learning. So my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, a very small question. When was the last time we sat under somebody whom we know was less knowledgeable than us? But because he had some knowledge that I don't have, so I sit with him to learn from him. When was the last time? When was the last time that our pride allowed us to sit down under somebody whom you know that this person, overall, he knows lesser than you. But because in this area or this specialty, he knows more. So let me benefit from him. Sadly, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, we find it difficult. We find it difficult to do so. But Musa alayhi salam, the elite of the prophets, had no problem doing it. Subhanallah. And then in the next verse, Allah Ta'ala says, فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَجْمَعَ بَيْنِهِمَا نَسِيَ حُوتَهُمَا. When they both reached the destination, the point where the two rivers merge, نَسِيَ حُوتَهُمَا. They both forgot about the fish. Hut here is not just a fish, but it's among the big ones. So in the hadith, it was said that Musa alayhi salam was taking a nap. And Yusha ibn Nun, because of the long journey, was on the verge between reality and fantasy. You know, when you are so bored on a long journey, so tired, you start to wither away. You don't know whether whatever that is happening around you, is it reality or is it just dreaming? فَاتَّخَذَ سَبِيلَهُ فِي الْبَحْرِ صَبَبًا. So what happened next? Then the fish took its path. Now here, my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, Allah Ta'ala didn't say, فَاتَّخَذَ سَبِيلًا, then it took a path. No. But Allah Ta'ala said, سَبِيلَهُ, its path. It was as if the fish was programmed to take its own course. Fil bahr, in the ocean. Saraba, making a passage, making a water path. You know when you see a speedboat, already has a fixed course, then it goes really fast. Yeah, so the same thing happens to this fish. It came alive, dived into the water, and started swimming off. So this young lad, Yusha ibn Nun, sitting in the boat, half this, just looking at the fish go. فَلَمَّا جَاوَزَ, when they crossed the point that they were supposed to be at, they were supposed to stop at the place where the two waters meet. The moment they reach the right spot, the fish jump out. Which is the sign that they've reached their destination. But they kept on going. جَاوَزَ. And so after a while, they started to get hungry. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, قَالَ لِفَتَاهُ آتِنَا غَدَاءَنَا. Musa alayhi salam said, give us our lunch. لَقَدْ لَقِينَا مِنْ سَفَرِنَا هَذَا نَصَبًا. And we are so tired after this long journey. Because of this journey, we have met with such exhaustion. Then Yusha ibn Nun replied, in a confused state, أَرَأَيْتَ? Do you not see? إِذْ أَوَيْنَا إِلَى الصَّخْرَةِ. When we were at the boulder just now, we were resting just now, we passed that area. Did you not see? أَرَأَيْتَ? فَإِنِّي نَسِيتُ الْحُوتِ. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it to you, that the fish left us when we were there. Because my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, as said previously, Yusha ibn Nun was in a state of this. And he didn't know what he saw just now. وَمَا أَنْسَانِهُ إِلَّا الشَّيْطَانُ أَنْ أَذْكُرَ. No. It wasn't my fault. It was shaitan. It was shaitan who made me forget. Shaitan caused me to forget to mention it to you. And by the way, some scholars derive from this verse that the only power shaitan has to cause us to forget, diverting our attention and causing us to derail from our initial intention. وَاتَّخَذَ سَبِيلَهُ فِي الْبَحْرِ عَجَبًا. Then Yusha ibn Nun said, oh yeah, now it occurs to me that the fish took a path in such an amazingly weird way. Ajaba, amazingly. Because the fish resurrected. The fish became alive. The fish amazingly slipped out and went into the ocean. So then what did Musa alayhi salam say? قَالَ ذَلِكَ مَا كُنَّا نَبْغِ. That was what they wanted. فَارْتَدَّ عَلَىٰ آثَارِهِمَا قَصَصًا. They walked the whole way back, tracing back their step precisely. My respected elders, brothers and sisters, what can we see from this short incident? What is Allah Ta'ala teaching us? See here, my respected elders, brothers and sisters. Not one word of reproach from Musa alayhi salam to Yusha ibn Nun. Not one word of scolding or reprimanding. Can you imagine? Today, if you are in that situation, how would we have reacted? If we were in that situation with our son, how would we have reached after such a long, tiring journey, mixed with hunger and fatigue? And above that, to then realize that our lunch is gone. How would we have reacted? But my dear respected elders, brothers and sisters, Musa alayhi salam did not get angry. And this mirrors the example of our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as said by Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu, خدمت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم 10 سنوات. Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu said, 10 years I was in the service of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and never once the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, why did you do this? Or why did you not do that? Never once did the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam hit me. Never once did the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam speak harshly with me. These are the prophets of Allah Ta'ala. Subhanallah. Yusha ibn Nun made an honest mistake. And Prophet Musa alayhi salam said to him, it's okay. No worries. That fish disappearing was what we wanted. So let's go back. Let's go back to where we started from. Subhanallah. Modesty, humility, and humbleness. May Allah Ta'ala place us among those with this quality. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen. The next story will be about Musa alayhi salam meeting Khidr alayhi salam. And inshallah, we will continue in our next coffee hour, the meetup between Khidr alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam, inshallah. Whatever that is good comes from the blessing of Allah Ta'ala. And I apologize for any shortcomings from myself. We will close this session today with tasbih kafara. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.